A's Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show. It's game 26 of 2026. Chatham heads to Hyannis to take on the Harbor Hawks for the first time this month and the first of two matchups in 5 days. It's time for Catch of the Day alongside Chatham A's utility man Ty Peeples. I'm Chase Abrams. Ty, how are you liking Chatham so far?
It's interesting, yeah. It's a new scenery for sure, being from the south, but it's a nice place, a nice city, and being right on the beach is a nice little thing.
What have been the main differences so far?
A little bit of the weather. The weather kind of feels a little bit like Georgia. It's kind of bipolar right now. But I just think the whole scenery, the South is just a big difference between like restaurants and kind of just like the people and everything. But up here, everyone's super nice, and they make it super easy to just be here.
In terms of weather, which do you prefer?
It's not as humid up here, so I don't sweat as much. But man, you just can't beat the Georgia weather. You can't beat it.
I grew up in Georgia, went to the University of Georgia. What was the recruitment process looking like for you out of high school?
Yeah, it was kind of chaotic. I didn't really like it too much. It kind of happened around my freshman, sophomore year, and I kind of wanted to just get it over with. So Georgia kind of came on the scene early, so I just kind of stuck with them. And then when the new coach just came in, I really liked them, and I stuck with them. So,
in what ways was it chaotic for you at the start of high school?
Just a lot of teams. You kind of put a lot of pressure on yourself as a 15-year-old. You're making a decision that's going to impact a big portion of your life. So at that age, you can't really wrap your mind around a lot of things and all these schools that want you to come to their programs. So you kind of put pressure on yourself and to start playing with more stress on yourself and a little bit more pressure on your shoulders. So it makes you ultimately just play a little bit worse. So.
What made you choose Georgia coming out of high school?
Yeah, it was closer to home. My family was there. Having my family at my games is a big thing for me. But love the place, love the scenery. Always been a Georgia fan, so being able to put that jersey on meant a lot.
You played somewhat sparingly, somewhat of a reserve role with the Bulldogs this past season, despite hitting around 300. What was your mentality on a day-to-day basis, not really knowing what your role might be from game to game?
Yeah, we were really good. I mean, obviously we went to the World Series. We thought we had a shot at winning the whole thing. But when you're sitting behind guys who are really, really good, and, we had 13 draft picks this year, so obviously we had something going right. Just knowing that, we had a lot of older guys, just to be able to learn as much as you can from those guys and what made them succeed in their careers in college, to be able to put that into my game and to, end up wherever I end up, at Florida State now, just to be able to take that and to put it in my game and hopefully succeed in the ways that they did.
What were some of the lessons you learned from those older guys?
There's going to be times when you're struggling a lot, but if you just keep your head down and you just keep working, like, everything's going to unfold. And times aren't pretty, but those guys, they put their head down and they work. And to not put your identity in baseball all the time and to just have fun, and it's more about being with the guys and allowing the other teammates to help you and improve your game.
You entered the transfer portal after your freshman season at Georgia. It's such a big thing right now, the transfer portal. Talk to me about kind of what made you want to make that decision.
Yeah, I mean, I loved the coaches at Georgia. I loved everything about it, but I just felt like the Lord was kind of leading me away from there and in a different direction. And, when I feel like the Lord's tugging on my heart, you just have to listen, because I feel like, His plan is ultimately better than mine. So I was just going to follow wherever he felt like I was being led to. So, but again, just loved everything about, Georgia, but, I just felt like I needed to be somewhere else.
What'd you love about Florida State?
Great scenery, great campus. The coaches there were awesome. The field also short porch to right field. It was great for a lefty hitter, but ultimately overall just like a great school, and it wasn't too far from home, so my family can make the trips down.
Chatting with Ty Peeples on Catch of the Day ahead of Game 26. Ty, you're primarily an outfielder. You've played some second base this summer. You're back there again today. What's that move been like for you so far?
Yeah, it's different. I played a little bit there at Georgia. Ultimately, it was turf, though, so it wasn't like the weird hops. But, it's a good thing to be able to play a lot of different positions, knowing that people can put me there whenever they need. So, yeah, it's a good thing to learn new things and put yourself in difficult positions to learn new things all the time.
How much experience do you have playing second on grass infields?
Not a lot. I probably played a little bit in high school, but other than that, it's not a lot.
What are you hoping to accomplish in your time in Chatham before you head to Florida State?
Just kind of learn more about myself than anything, and learn kind of how this industry works, and just learn more about how my body works and how my swing and, how my game applies to me and how I can take that to Florida State and ultimately be a better player for this year.
That's Ty Peeples on Catch of the Day. Ty, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.